Hey, what's up, everybody?
Welcome to the Cooklyn channel. I'm David, and welcome to my kitchen. If it's your first time here, welcome. Take your shoes off, take your jacket off, stay a while. And if you've been here before, you're a regular, you already know where everything is at. Make yourself at home. We're gonna be cooking in Brooklyn today. Fall flavors are in. I'm kind of back inside, for the most part, and I'm getting acclimated to the fact that my beloved summer is gone. So I'm gonna roll with the punches, and I'm gonna be embracing. I'll embrace the season. So with the fall season comes a lot of soups and stews and baked stuff and everything. So today I'm going to be handling a classic dish, something that you probably heard of somewhere. If you're into food, if you're a foodie, you probably ate this maybe sometime. I'm doing a classic potato and leek soup. Now, this is a very simple dish with very few ingredients, and we're just going to get right into it. So I got some potatoes here. This is just some Eastern potatoes. You can use any type of potato, Yukon Golds, red potatoes, whatever. Peeled, and I cut them up into these kind of inch cubes. And I had 2 leeks, and I just wanted to kind of keep this one so I can show it to you if you haven't worked with leeks yet. It has the same bone structure as a scallion. See the green part on the top. It has the white part down towards the bottom. Has the same type of root, just like a scallion. So I got these all sliced, just the white part, and I left the green part alone because it's a little tough, and we don't need that part for this recipe. And so what you do is just slice the scallions. So give them a little half like this. And then what you want to do is submerge all your scallions in a lot of water, because there tends to be some grit in between these pieces, and you submerge it in a lot of water. Soak it in a big bowl, like something like this. Soak it in a lot of water, move it around, and then just let it sit for a few minutes, and let any of the sediment or any of the dirt or grit that's inside of there between the leaves settle to the bottom. And then you pull them out. And then you pour off that sediment, and then you kind of do it again, maybe 2, maybe 3 times, depending on how much grit you get on the bottom. Look at your leek before you buy it. Try to get the cleanest ones you can, and then for this we just cut them into these slices. So we've got potatoes, we've got leeks. That's the basic parts of the soup, and we're gonna go on to the stove, and we're gonna do our thing. And we're back. So this is pretty much the rest of the ingredients. So we've got some fresh thyme. I've got some fresh sage, about 4 cloves of garlic, some nice big cloves, a couple of bay leaves, some butter, salt and pepper, some heavy cream, some vegetable stock. You can use any stock that you want, vegetable, chicken, beef, whatever you want. The vegetable stock is nice, kind of neutral, more neutral flavor, and there's no meat or anything in it, so you might want to just keep that kind of garden vegetable type of profile. Some white pepper, and pretty much that's it, right? So if you have some kitchen twine, I ain't got no damn kitchen twine. Get some. All you gotta do is buy this once. It can last you forever. you and your children, you can pass it on. It's like a generation. Look at this thing. And this is how much you pretty much need. And this is overkill, right? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna tie all of these together. That way I can pull it out of the pot without having to really fish around too much. Done. We got a nice little bouquet of herb. I'm gonna go in with half a stick of butter. Into my pot over yonder. I'm just gonna add a little bit of oil to accompany the butter. About a tablespoon of oil, because the butter tends to want to burn on its own. So the oil will kind of prevent it from burning. So while that's melting on over there, I'm gonna move all my stuff to that side of the kitchen, and then we'll be right biggity back. All right, so my butter is melted. I'm gonna catch it before it starts burning. I'm just gonna start adding my leeks in. Everybody in the pool. I'm looking for something to hold this pot with because I don't want to burn my hand up. So what you want to do at this point is just start coating this with your butter. And I'm gonna put this on like medium heat. Just so that you're gonna get these to cook down a little bit, just to sweat them out. And you don't want to get any browning on this. So I'm gonna keep the heat pretty low. This pot looking kind of congested, you know what I'm saying? I might, I think I'm gonna switch pots. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Have a little bit more room to work with. You know what I'm saying? Much more roomy situation here. I'm gonna add a touch more oil just because I know I lost some in the transfer. And just a touch more butter, because I know we lost a little bit, right? So I got this on medium. Just gonna sweat this for a little bit. And right now I'm gonna add, I said I was gonna bring everything over here. I lied to myself, right? So I'm gonna add the garlic now. And we just wanna perfume the pot while we work these down. Sweat them out a little bit. Take a look. Yeah, so you just want to move them around a little bit. And about probably 10 minutes or so. I hope I'm lining this up properly. Probably in about 10 minutes or so, we'll be done sweating this out, and then we can carry on. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, and my leeks are getting all wilty, just the way I want them, just where I want them. Smells great. It has this nice oniony, and then the garlic, and the butter. You can't really resist that smell. I'm gonna add to this a full quart, 4 cups of the vegetable stock. So like pretty much the whole container. And then I'm gonna turn my heat up, because now we're cooking with gas. So we got our 4 cups of vegetable stock. I'm gonna throw my bouquet in. And last but not least, hold on, let me put a little seasoning down in here. I'm gonna get a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, a little dash of the white pepper. Let's get that down in here first, kind of get a base going, right? Then I'm gonna add my potatoes, and this is about a lot of potatoes. I don't measure. It was, you know, potatoes come in various sizes, so I can't say, okay, well, 6 potatoes. What if you use 6 small potatoes? What if you use 6 big potatoes? I would say roughly like 1.5 of these, so 6 cups of potatoes. Right. Sounds good to you? Sounds good to me. Now get in here. Get in here. Let's see what we got going on. So we've got our bouquet. Just gonna try to submerge that a little bit so that I know it's doing its job to flavor this pot up and bury it with potato. All right, it's down in there. So now that I had that first base of seasoning, I'm just gonna put another little pinch of pepper, another little pinch of salt. I did that backwards. Anyway, and just a little couple taps of that white pepper. White pepper. I'm gonna submerge all my taters. I'm gonna bring this to a boil, and once it comes to a boil, I will reduce it to a simmer, and then we're gonna go for about 15-20 minutes, and let's see how soft this potato get. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a relative amount of time. So 15 minutes or so to get the potatoes softened, get the leeks really soft, get the pot really flavored and all the flavors mixy, combining, delicious, and then rolling on to the next step. So, be back. And we are back. It's been a cool 15-20 minutes. I was cleaning up a little bit, so my time kind of got away from me, but that's okay. It's just gonna be even better. So I got my knife out to check on my potatoes, but after 15 minutes of cut potato, it's gonna sink straight through. So this is what you want, you know, if you want to check as you go along. Saying, let's check and see that your potato's done, nice and soft all the way through. Or make a noise. I'm gonna look for my bouquet and try my best to fish that out whole. There we go. Make sure that you see the string and get all of it up. Thank you for your service. Now that this part is done, you know, pot. Need a little pot holder. Give your pot a little stir. This is a piece of bay leaf that got away. Don't want it. Bay leaves are really good for flavoring, but they're not tasty, right? So you can see we've got the leeks have softened completely, and our potatoes are nice and soft, and this is a wonderful, wonderful smell coming out of this pot. Everything is good and combined, so we get to have a little fun. I'm gonna give this a little taste, just to see, just get down to the nitty gritty, jump up in the middle somewhere, grab a little piece of potato, a little piece of leek, some of the broth, just to see where we at. Hot stuff. Hot. I don't want to burn my taste buds off, then I'll be screwed tomorrow. I think the flavors are right about where I want them. Not too salty, not too peppery. You get a good sense of the leeks, that kind of oniony flavor, the garlic comes through, right? So I think we're good for flavor right there. I get to use this guy again. Now, I was putting it together a while ago, and I never noticed that I had a speed control on it. I can go minimum and to maximum. I didn't know that. I don't know what speed I was on. So this is awesome. I just found something new. So I'm gonna hit this. I can actually turn this all the way down just to warm. And then we're gonna start blending. Sounds like it's at minimum. Let's turn it up a little bit. There we go. I like maximum. And there's a little button here that says turbo. So you just want to mash. Don't bring your immersion blender up too high because then it starts spitting all over the place. And this is a hot liquid. You don't want them problems, right? So, where's my pot holder? I'm just gonna blend away till I get this to a nice pureed consistency. And we only have about 1-2 more steps and then we can eat. Getting hungry. I'll be back. Got a nice smooth consistency. Let me grab my spoon. Right? Very smooth consistency. We got everything blended up real nice. And just the finisher for this, just about a tablespoon of butter. Butter makes everything better. So we're gonna swirl that around. And then a little bit of heavy cream. You can do this without. I like the richness that the butter and the heavy cream are gonna give to this soup, plus it'll loosen it up a little bit. It's just about a cup. I don't know where my liquid measure cup is, but cup and a cup is close. It's not exact, but it's close. And this adds to a nice creamy unctuousness. So since we added the cream, we added to the volume. So what I'm gonna do is just give this another taste. So pour it into this spoon this time. Oh man. I'm gonna add, just a pinch more salt because there's a lot of volume. And since we just added something, you kind of want to season at every level. Every time you add something, if you taste it at this level and the seasoning was good, when you put something else in there, you might want to adjust it. But it's up to your taste. Some nice additional cracked pepper. And I can spoon that through or blend it through. It's blended up very nicely now. And I'm sure I don't need another taste of that to know it's dynamite. And that potato flavor with the leeks of the butter, it's like the sickest mashed potato you ever had. It's like delicious, super smooth mashed potatoes. And if you like mashed potatoes like I do, you're gonna love this soup. So I'm done cooking. I'm gonna get myself a bowl. I'm gonna serve myself up a nice big warm bowl of this soup. Right in. Creamy and delicious. rich. Right? And a three. Nice, a nice portion of soup there. Let me just clean this up for a little presentation. And I'm just gonna finish this with some fresh green onion. Right? Kind of repeat the flavor of the scallion, kind of pick up on that kind of taste. A little freshness in there, just a little herbaceousness, a little sharpness from the onion flavor of the scallion, right? So this is it. Potato and leek soup. Thank you for watching the Cooklyn channel. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, comment. If you make one of these dishes, share it with me. Shoot me a DM on Instagram at Rasmalis or at the Cooklyn channel. And you know, sharing the experience. I'm not out here doing this just, you know, for me. I like to know that that I'm making some kind of impact. I like to know that you guys are engaged and you guys are enjoying what I'm doing, because I know I am, right? So thanks for watching the Cooklyn channel. I'm gonna get into my soup and I'll see you next time. Cheers.